What's good, YouTube? It's your boy NewEraMar, back again with another video for y'all, and today I am going to be covering a topic that is very, very serious. And I feel like a lot more people than you know can really relate to this, and you might be somebody who can relate to this topic. And even myself, the reason I'm doing the video is because I've dealt with this myself, still do from time to time. And as you can see from the title, pretty much I'm gonna give y'all some games, some tips on how to deal with depression and anxiety, and overthinking. Just, a lot of people have deep anxiety and don't even know they have it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know me, like, I've dealt with depression a lot. Maybe not to the extent of some other people. Like, I've never really been like suicidal to that extent, but I know there's people who are. But I know there's times where I'm really sad and just out of it, and I just want to be to myself. And sometimes I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't even tell you why I'm sad and depressed and why I just want to mope around the house. But I know a lot of people who I've been around consistently. Like, if you've been around me a lot, you probably could tell, like, my mood changes quick. Like, sometimes I'm really happy, we talking, laughing, joking. The next thing you know, I'm just out of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to talk no more. I'm antisocial with it. You know what I mean? And I know I have a lot of anxiety. Like, I'm very paranoid. I overthink everything. I literally drive myself crazy sometimes, just overthinking every little situation, and just a lot of times I just didn't know how to deal with it. I would just lay there and be sad, and I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It hits your confidence a little bit too. Sometimes you don't feel the best about yourself, especially when you're going through that. When you're feeling depressed and anxious, you don't feel the most confident about yourself. I just put together a few steps that can help maybe. So we're going to get straight into them. The first step that I came up with is you definitely got to talk to somebody. My biggest problem is that I like to keep everything to myself. I feel better when I can solve my own problems. I don't like having to tell somebody else my business sometimes, because like, depending what it is, and especially when it comes to depression and feeling real anxious, I don't always want to tell somebody, especially not my friends and certain family members, just because, like, I think they're gonna judge me or look at me in a certain type of way, and they might not understand why I feel the way I do, because they don't have this issue. I like to keep it to myself, but I figured it that, like, when you actually talk about it, it helps a lot. You can let it out, you let some of your emotions out, and you might even get some good advice. You got to get somebody that you trust, though. Like, I trust my mom, I trust my sister. I feel like I can go to them too, and I can talk about this stuff. I don't feel too much comfortable talking to nobody else. Find somebody you trust, talk to them. I know there's people out there who, like, sometimes they feel suicidal and they feel like nobody cares about them, and if they was to die right now, nobody would care. That's not true. That's not true. See, I think that's unfair a little bit, because the way, with that mindset, you don't know who cares about you if you don't tell them. Like, everybody has their own problems. Everybody's living their own life. It's not nobody's job to look at you and try to figure out what's wrong with you. Some of us are really good at, or some of y'all, because I'm horrible at it, but some of y'all who be depressed are really good at hiding. I know people out there who say they're depressed, they go through periods of depression, but you would never know it, though. They be cool, they be chilling, they be partying, they be at the club millie rocking and getting it, and then they go home and be the saddest people and be going through the worst anxiety. I never would know, though. And it's not my job to figure that out. Sometimes you gotta go to somebody and tell them. How can I feel like nobody care about me if I don't open up and tell nobody? Everybody's living their life. People going to work, doing this, doing that. Sometimes hints don't work. You can drop hints all day. I know people who post Instagram pictures and they put a caption like, "Don't want to be here." And then they post another picture like, "It's almost over." Then they post it. It's like, whoa. Some people ain't see your post, though. Some people who you think don't care about you, it's not that they don't care. They just didn't see your post. Or maybe they think it's a song lyric. Be direct with it. You got to talk to somebody. You got to go to a counselor or something. Give it every try you have before making a crazy decision like killing yourself or anything like that. Talk to somebody. Maybe somebody you never know who could relate to you. You never know. Somebody might be going through the same thing like me. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nobody to talk to, comment below. Hit my DMs or something. My Instagram is always, you know what I'm saying, open. Hit me on Facebook, hit me on Twitter, do something. It's somebody who cares. I care. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody, but you got to tell them. They don't know until you tell them. I never even met you. You know what I'm saying? I never met you before, probably. You know what I'm saying? How I'm supposed to know you depressed? Step number 2 kind of goes with step number 1. Step number 1, I say go talk to somebody, tell somebody. Step number 2 is to, I know sometimes it's hard and you don't have anybody you really trust and you might not feel comfortable saying it just yet to somebody. Sometimes you gotta let it out a different way. Some people don't want to talk. Some people are better off like me. I don't always tell everybody when I'm depressed or when I'm going through it. So I like to find a different way to cope with it. Sometimes I like to write down my problems. I'll write it in a little notepad in my phone. Like, okay, this is what I'm going through. This is how I felt today. So you gotta keep a little journal for yourself. Sometimes I'll write a song. If you into music, write a song, write a rap. Even if it's trash, it's corny. Even if you never go in the studio and record it, it's okay. Just write it down anyway, just to get your feelings out. Sometimes that helps. Do like I'm doing right now, right? Do a YouTube video. I'm doing a video for y'all. I could be sitting here depressed right now with some of the stuff going on in my life, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a video. I'm doing something constructive. I'm putting it out there that this is something I deal with from time to time. So, you know what I'm saying? I might connect with somebody through this video right here. You get what I'm saying? So, just do something, do something, find a way to let it out, even if it's not through talking to people. You can't trust people. You don't feel like you want to tell anybody anything. Write it out then. Write it out. Write a journal. Keep it in there. And one thing I like is when I move on in life, or I get past a certain time period, and then I look back and I find one of those old notes or one of those old raps I wrote, and I'm like, yo, I was in a dark place this day, but I'm so happy today. I don't even feel like that. It makes me remember, like, life is always, it's always worth living. Pain never lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, pain don't last. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times have you fell on the floor, cut your leg, and it burns, but then like next day it's like, all right, it sting a little bit. You got your Band-Aid on it, then like a couple days later you forgot that you even had to cut. You're like, oh yeah, it healed up. I got the scab on it. And a year from now, it's like, it's just a mark, like a light mark on my leg. It's nothing. I don't even think about it anymore. The pain never lasts. Just let it out. You know what I'm saying? Write your feelings down sometimes. Something that you could look back on and just reflect, like, I remember this day, but I'm so much better now. Now, step number three is you gotta stay active. You can't be, I know I have this issue where I'll sit and I don't want to do nothing else. Like, my friends call me, I'm not answering. I'm laying in the bed, I just want to lay here. I don't want to do nothing. That's not the way. That's not the move you want to make. Laying in bed, crying, fighting back tears. Half the time you don't even know what you sad for. Sometimes you got to get out the house and go do something. Sometimes you can stay in the house and do something. Sometimes you just gotta force yourself to do something that you like to do. Sometimes I gotta play my video game. I gotta cut the video game on. Like, I'm gonna just play the game, man. I'm, you know what I'm saying, feeling away. I'm kind of depressed. I'm gonna play some Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? When your friend call you, don't deny the call. Answer it. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Go out with them. Go to the mall. Go shopping. Go do something. It's not fair to you that you sitting in the house not doing nothing, being miserable. Why make yourself more miserable? Go do something. You could be doing anything right now, but you're wasting your time laying in bed and it's not helping you. You're sitting there depressed. That's not helping. It's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Because I'm one of them people who just sit in the house and don't do nothing. I'm even talking to me. I got to get up out the house sometimes and do something. Sometimes you got to force yourself to go write a song or something. Go do something that makes you happy. Like, sitting there dwelling in it, overthinking everything, thinking too deep. Like, just chill. Like, it's not even that serious half the time. A lot of times when you're going through something and you're really depressed or you're sad or you're overthinking it, sometimes the answer to getting rid of how you feel and making yourself feel better, sometimes you can find a solution. The solution is sitting right in front of you, but you're not looking at it. You're just sitting there, just moping around. Sometimes all you gotta do is open a book, try to read. Why don't you try to read something? You might find a little quote in the book, you know what I'm saying? Like, open your Bible up, read your Bible a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You might find a quote in there like, whoa, they talking about what I'm going through right now. Go to the mall. You might meet somebody at the mall who might change your entire life. You putting yourself down, you don't feel confident, you feel like you ugly today, like I don't even look good. Go to the mall. Go to the mall, walk around, go shopping a little bit. You might meet somebody there. It might be a girl who walk up to you or a dude who walk up to you like, yo, you are beautiful. How you doing? Now you just met somebody new. Even if you don't even meet somebody new and get the number, even if you might get a compliment. The littlest thing can change your entire day. It change your entire mood. And you just got to go out there and find it, though. You never know what you might find. And it can make all the difference. You might meet new people who change your life, people who can relate to you. They going through the same thing as you. You might change somebody else's life and make you feel good about yourself. Like, man, you know, that's very important. So you got to stay active. Now, step number 4 is really, really important. You need to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Now, I know a lot of people who feel like, who smoke weed a lot, and they say it's because they stressed a lot, and then like it helps them when they're stressed. It makes them calm down. They forget about it. They kind of just go into peaceful mode. Like, man, I didn't worry about it. They get goofy. They just laughing at everything. Some people drink. I know that's something that I had a problem with at a point. Like, I would just drink a lot. When I get stressed out or I get an attitude, something make me mad, or I'm feeling depressed, I just go take a shot or two. I forget about it for a little bit. I start thinking like, man, I didn't worry about that for real. And all that does is lead to deep addiction, and you start feeling like you need to constantly stay high or stay drunk so that you can constantly push your problems back. Because once you come down, the problems are still there. You know what I'm saying? If I get fired from my job right now and I get the call, they say, yo, you're fired. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Me taking a bottle of Hennessy to the head, what is that going to do? Okay, I'm drunk now. And now I'm goofy, I'm laughing, I'm walking around, I'm dancing, but I still ain't got no job. I'm still about to be broke. So now you just drunk and broke. Sometimes you gotta find a solution for the problem, and being drunk and high ain't gonna help you with that. You gotta find better ways to do it. There's so many other ways. Like, if you listen to J. Cole's album, the KOD album, that's why I connected with a few songs on there. He was pretty much saying, like, you got to be careful with how you choose to deal with pain. That's why now I try not to, if I'm going to drink, it's definitely not when I'm upset. You know, definitely not when I'm upset. Sometimes you got to embrace the pain. You just got to feel it. Let it, like, embrace it, you know what I'm saying? And understand, okay, this is part of life, and I'm going to get through this, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going to last forever. I need to feel this pain because I'm going to learn a lesson through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to understand, like, God don't put you through nothing that you can't handle. Well, okay, he might put you through something you can't handle, but he don't put you through nothing that he can't handle. And with him on your side, you going to be all right. You got to trust in him and trust in yourself too. Like, yo, we got this. We gonna be all right. This is real life. You got to deal with these issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't run forever. And when they catch up to you, you can do it the easy way. You can do it the hard way. Actually, you can do it the hard way. You can do it the harder way. You know what I'm saying? There's no easy way to deal with pain. It's either the hard way or the even harder way. Now, you can make it harder for yourself. Get addicted to drugs, alcohol. Now it's twice as hard. Now you got to deal with another problem. Now you're an addict. Now you got to deal with that on top of your heartbreak, on top of your depression. Why put more on you than you already need? You know what I'm saying? You got enough to deal with. So you got to find a better way, man. There's always a better way. Drugs, alcohol, stay away from it, especially when you're depressed. You should stay away from that stuff regardless, but especially when you're depressed, because that's the most vulnerable time period for most people, you know? So that's a big one, you know what I'm saying? Step number 5 is you got to face the issues head on. Straight up. Me personally, I'm a big overthinker. I'll overthink and make my own assumption of how it's going to turn out, how the situation is going to play out. And sometimes you could try to avoid the situation, but sometimes you got to stop doing that. Stop overthinking it. Stop thinking about what could happen, what might happen. Sometimes you got to just do it. Just go face the problem head on. Sometimes you just gotta face the problem. Go handle it. You can go find a solution right now. There's a solution for that. You know what I'm saying? It's always a solution. You just gotta find it. If you're depressed about your job right now and you thinking that, man, I'm not where I want to be in life, sometimes you gotta go find a new job. Sometimes you gotta go talk to your supervisor like, yo, I need a raise. Like, I need a raise straight up. And if he ain't trying to give you the raise, cool, I need to look elsewhere. You stressed about your relationship and you depressed and your relationship is bringing you nothing but drama and pain and you just sitting there depressed all the time and you're not happy. You got to cut that person off sometimes. Sometimes you got to leave, get out of that relationship, make a move. Sometimes I know you go through depression and you sad for no reason and you don't even know what you even sad for. And I know that all too well. It's like something's off, but you don't know exactly what it is. Sometimes you gotta really think of like, when did it start? Like, you gotta use context clues or something. You gotta really think about it. Like, yo, something is wrong, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes you gotta start weeding people out. Maybe it's a particular person in your life. Maybe it's something that happened in your childhood. Maybe it's something that happened with your parents. Maybe it was a past relationship. Sometimes you gotta face that head on. Sometimes you gotta make a phone call like, yo, I know this happened like 8 years ago, but bro, I ain't feeling what you said to me, yo. That bothers me to this day. Sometimes you gotta let it out. Even if it's old, even if you think like, don't nobody care. It's so long ago. Why am I even still thinking about this? Bring it up. Say that. Ain't no need to hold it in. That's part of talking. Sometimes you gotta talk to the person who's the problem leading to you feeling this way. Sometimes it's not a person. Sometimes it's a point in your life you're at. Sometimes you gotta go face the issue. Sometimes you gotta be real with yourself. Like, yo, I'm not doing all I can to be where I wanna be in life. Sometimes you gotta face the fact like, yo, I'm not happy where I'm at. You gotta make a move. You gotta face the issues head on instead of sitting there overthinking it. Sometimes you just gotta live. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. Just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? I've overthunk situations a lot. Like, I'm sitting there overthinking like, man, I'm about to go to this mall. What if I see somebody I don't like there? He just run up on me with all his homies, just stomp me out. I'm solo, man. I'm about to get swooped, get jumped. Sometimes you just gotta go to the mall, man. Go to the mall and see what happened. You probably ain't gonna see nobody that's worrying about you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. My mom told me this a long time ago when I was young, and it stuck with me to this day because she's right. Half the time when you think something bad is gonna happen, and that very thing that you overthinking right now, that situation that's playing in your mind over and over, whatever it is that got you feeling depressed and got you overthinking and doubting yourself, 9 out of 10 times it's nowhere near as bad as you think it is. Half the time, whatever the outcome is nowhere near as bad as you think it is. Sometimes you just gotta ask somebody a question, even if it's as simple as a question. Like, yo, I gotta ask you a question, seriously. What did you mean when you said this? Or what happened this one day? Like, ask the questions, man. Get the answers you looking for. It might not be what you want to hear, but at least you got the answer now. Now you don't got to overthink it and make your own conclusions. you got the solution now. You got your answer. You know what's about to happen. Or it happened now. You know what happens in the end. It's nothing else to overthink, man. If you're not a religious person, you might miss this last final step, but it's very important, and it should probably be step number 1, to be completely honest. If you don't hear nothing else I said this whole video, step number 6 is pray. Sometimes you gotta pray. You know, I found that when I pray and I ask God to just like give me the wisdom to know, you know, how to solve an issue, you know, somehow just let it all work out in the end, you know. And it usually it might not happen when you expect it to. It might not happen as quick as you want it to. It might take a while, but somehow everything gets worked out, you know. It might not be immediately. Like I said, some people pray like, God, please just help me get through this, and you still feel the same way when you're done. Yeah, like it don't. Sometimes it's meant for you to feel this and go through what you're going through. Sometimes you got to give it a little time, and you'll find the right solution to your problem, you know. I feel like a lot of depression, like God is not a God of great pain. He's not gonna bring you great depression and anxiety. That ain't God. That's the devil messing with your mind, for real, for real. And sometimes you got to get him out of there. He's taking full advantage of you right now, and you don't even know it. Sometimes you gotta pray to God. You gotta have a good relationship with the Lord and just like pray sometimes. Even if you don't have the best relationship, it's never too late to start. You know what I'm saying? Pray right now. You know what I'm saying? You can cut the video off, start praying right now. Like, God, I don't know what to say. You don't gotta have the right words to say. Pray for courage to face my problems. I pray for wisdom to know how to solve the issue sometimes. What is the best way to go about it? And and pray for peace. Like, even no matter what happens, no matter how bad this gets, I just pray for peace. Pray that you're not depressed no more. Pray that everything works out for the best. Pray to get rid of your anxiety, and truly believe that he can help you. Some people don't believe in God. If you don't, then this whole step is irrelevant to you. But you still could try it. You still should try it. You'd be surprised what can happen. So those are my 6 steps to hopefully help somebody who deals with depression or anxiety or overthinking. I know I deal with all of those, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. And hopefully this video helps somebody. And just for anybody out there who's dealing with depression or whatever it is and they need somebody to talk to, I'm always open to talk because I understand what you're going through. I go through it from time to time. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm out. Peace.